We're going to start on what is the Mississippi side of things, at least according to the IHSA. They never really updated East and West. We always still go by the Rock and the Mississippi.
Yeah.
We'll start with the Mississippi. We'll start with the Kewanee Boilermakers. First-year head coach Matt Taylor. He steps in, replaces Coach Brad Swanson, who's moved on. Last year, a 4-5 record. So a little bit down from where this Kewanee team had been at their highest of heights, the years before that. But they still returned some names that we're familiar with. Brady Clark, a senior quarterback, is a name we've talked about a lot. Running back Alex Duarte. He led the team in rushing, second in points scored last year. Also, Ben Taylor was the second leading receiver in 2022. So they returned some pieces there. The big piece they have coming back is the linemen. They have 4 linemen returning: Jackson Hawkins, Daniel Boswell, Corbin Powers, and Leo Cadio Gandaria. Did I get that right?
It looks Italian to me. We hope so. So if any of our Kewanee friends can make sure we have that pronunciation correct.
Leo Cadio Gandaria, I believe.
Yeah.
I tried.
We'll go with that for now. With Leo. We'll go with Leo.
Leo. So Mitch, what do you see? What do you see here in the Boilermakers?
Yeah, I think you said it best, right? They've got some key guys coming back at their skill positions. We've been talking about Brady Clark for a long time. Certainly when he first came on the scene, making that game-winning field goal against Plano in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
But yeah, the key of this Boilermaker team is going to be their line. With 4 starters coming back, that's a really good piece to have for your team going into any season. So, Corbin Powers was second team track last year at center. A lot of guys that had good summers that are going to be making a mix too. So they've got good depth at the line too. It's one thing to have good starters there, returning starters. It's another thing to make sure that they're backups and you have depth there. So it looks like the Boilermakers are going to have that this year, and we'll give those skilled guys plenty of time, plenty of room to make plays.
What I look at for this Kewanee team heading into this season, you talk about 9 defensive starters returning, 6 of them being in their top 8 tacklers from a year ago. So that's a lot of production on the defensive side of the ball that should really help, some of that experience coming in. Corbin Powers, who we named, Draven Peterson, Cruz Paredes. So depth in personnel, similar to offense, they have a lot of returners that can find time on the defensive side of the ball. They hope that equates, to some success this season, pushing back into that playoff mix where they were a few years ago.
Yeah, and I think they can get there. They open up with Sherrard away, and Sherrard's a team that certainly we'll talk about tonight, a team that both of us are a little excited to see. But looking at their schedule, they finish off with Aurora Central Catholic. And I see 5 wins here for the Boilermakers this year. I think they will do one better than last year and get into the playoffs once again this year.
Yeah, I think that they could as well. Talking about the rest of the conference, we'll get into it. But yeah, I think there's a chance that they could rebound this year as well.